Have you been applying for jobs and not receiving a response to your emails? Or have you been applying and receiving the routine email that ends with "unfortunately"? Hi, I am Simon Peter and welcome to this particular video because I have a cheat code for you on acing and cracking these particular malice. Sit tight and come close. So, getting the attention of a recruiter is the most important step in your journey to remote working or working on-site or anywhere in the world. So, today I'm going to talk to you about how you can get the attention of every recruiter recruiting for every position. Sit tight and don't move an inch. The first thing you must understand in your journey to landing a job in this age is that there is a lot of competition. Be it in a remote space or on-site working, there is a lot of competition. And as such, you must take necessary steps to step ahead of your competitors. That is the first step. What do you need to do to step ahead of your competitors? Yes, agreed, you have all the skills, you have your bachelor's degree, you have your master's degree, and you have all the certificates that are necessary to position you for that role. But do you have what it takes to position yourself in front of the recruiter? So in today's landscape, there is a lot of use of AI. There's a lot of use of disruptive technologies to enhance work. I mean, why will I need to type a text when I could just speak the text to speak my speech to text? You see, it makes sense. I wouldn't need to type as much. I'll just speak, then it becomes text, and I can edit it. So you see, most recruiters who are recruiting for big companies don't have the time to go through every resume. They don't have that time. Imagine receiving 400 resumes for one role when you have to recruit or you have to go through 7 roles in a day or in a week. That's a lot of work. So I'll simply give AI or any LMS to do the heavy lifting for me, then I do the conclusive steps. And that is exactly what recruiters do today. So they engage with what is called ATS CVs or Applicant Tracking System CVs. These are CVs that can be put in a system, in a tracking system that will simply randomly search for keywords which are which are needful for the role they are recruiting for, and then rank these CVs according to the number of keywords that are found in each CV accordingly. And then the recruiter can decide to make a random cut out number of CVs to look through, maybe just the first 5 or the first 10. So that's what happens. So by now you might have understood that what you need to position yourself ahead of others in front of a recruiter is a CV, and an excellent CV at that. So with this foundation, let's talk about ATS CVs or Applicant Tracking System CVs. So first of all, what is a CV or a curriculum vitae? Basically, a CV is a comprehensive document that shows an individual's academic and professional history. It can also contain their qualifications and any accomplishments they have had in the course of their career. Actually, it is a marketing tool used by candidates to present their career trajectory to a recruiter or a prospective company seeking for employment. Of course, everyone needs a CV. As long as you need a job, in this age, you need a CV. And everyone can have a CV. It is not a matter of whether you're educated or not. You might have gone through an apprenticeship. that is an informal education, or you might have formal education. It doesn't matter. Everyone needs a CV if you need to get into the job market. So talking about ATS CVs, these are simply CVs that can be put into ATM softwares to sort out certain keywords. And this is being used more and more. We see this being used more and more in today's job market. So what an applicant tracking system software does is simply to identify keywords. So when a recruiter gets your CV, he simply drops it into one of these ATS softwares, and of course, after already introducing the keywords according to the job role that is being recruited with, that is being scouted for, he's going to put in the keywords that pertain to that job. And so the ATS tracking system will look through all the CVs to be able to relate those words to what he can find in the CVs. And the CVs with the highest ranking keywords move up the ladder, while the others without the keywords move down the ladder. So there are many things to take into consideration to make your CV to be able to be crawled by these bots and to be able to be identified. You may have keywords in your CV, but certain factors may cause your CV not to be crawled by the ATS bots. Certain facts like the structure of your CV, maybe the type of document format that you use, and all whatnot. So in this video, we are going to see all of those nitty-gritties that you need to take into consideration to ensure that your ATS CV is excellently available or viable for tracking. So let's look at some of the standards that need to be followed to ensure that your ATS CV is friendly to be read. The first and the most important is to maintain the language requirement. If you're being scouted for a job in English, make sure your CV is written in English. If you're being scouted for a job in French or in any other language, ensure that you maintain the language requirement. This will ensure that the keywords that are sought for will be found in your. Secondly, ensure that your CV does not exceed 2 pages. Most ATS tracking systems, they are built around a 2-page CV. So ensure that your CV does not exceed 2 pages. And thirdly, ensure that you use standardized font sizes. Ensure you use standardized font sizes like Arial, use Times New Romance, or you can use Helvetica and so on. And the font should be 12. And make sure that you include your contact, your email address, and phone number or any other relevant information that will be useful for the recruitment process. Keep your CV simple. Please keep your CV very simple. Readability is key in ATS friendly CVs. If your CV is too complex to be read, you're out of the game before the game even begins. So when can we use an ATS CV? When do we need to use ATS CV? So we can use ATS friendly CVs when we are applying for scholarships into schools, or fellowships, or into large scale positions. So when you know that you have a lot of competitors in a particular role, then you need to use ATS CVs. Secondly, we can use ATS CVs when we are applying for job roles in big companies. When you're applying for a job role in a big company like Google, Microsoft, Green Tomato Media, GoFluent, and so on, in big companies like this, And especially when applying for remote roles, please make sure to use ATS friendly CVs. This is how you can keep yourself ahead of others and position yourself in front of a recruiter. Again, when applying for jobs on popular job boards like LinkedIn, Indeed, all these popular job boards, make sure to keep your CVs ATS friendly. This will help you to stay ahead of many others, because in most of these job boards, you can imagine a number of millions of people who submit their applications for a particular role. So if your CV if you're not able to stay ahead of others, then you're keeping yourself behind. ATS friendly CVs is the way to go. So what are the ways in which you can make your CV to be ATS friendly? Number one, keep your CV simple. Use simple templates and designs. Avoid those complex designs and colors that will only make the CV unreadable. This is very important. Readability is key. If your CV cannot be read, then there's no need for it. Secondly, use the appropriate keywords. Keywords are those words that have strong relation or strong meaning to the subject matter. For example, if the job you're applying for is a customer service role, then you should use keywords that pertain to customer services. Okay? You should avoid using marketing keywords in customer service keywords. It doesn't matter if your area of specialty is customer service. No. What you are targeting is the job. You're not targeting but yourself. You're targeting the job. So do what you need to do to get the job. So you put in the keywords that pertain to the job you are applying for. Thirdly, do not use lots of graphic symbols and decorations on your CV. This will only hurt you. It will only hurt you. You rather use appropriate title tags, use appropriate subtitles, and structure your CV in bullet points that will make it to be readable. Even after going through the applicant tracking system, a human being still has to look at it. So it should be appealing to the eye when the reader needs to read. Number four, keep your ATS CV organized. It should follow a pattern. If you're putting down your experience, you either begin from last to first or from first to last. Avoid mixing up things. Also, make sure that when you are talking about your employment history, one job should be consistent with one company, and the number of years you put in or the number of hours you put in that company. This is very important. You need your CV to be organized in such a way that will be appealing to the eye. Finally, use appropriate format. This is where many people miss it. ATS tracking, ATS CV, ATS softwares are unable to read document formats like PNG, JPEG, and so on. All those picture formats will not be read by an ATS software. The best formats to use for your ATS CV are document format or the portable, the PDF format. Those are the two formats that are preferable for you to use in creating your ATS CVs. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, you leave them in the comment section and I'll gladly respond to them. The information which I brought to you, you can also check for yourself and find some templates of ATS CVs on websites like scooter.com. I'm going to put the website in the description of this video. Scooter.com. You can also find it in compass.com. So you can check that for yourself and Get your ATS CVs ready. Just get them ready and prepare for any job opportunity that is coming. This year, before this year ends, you must land that dream job that you have hoped for. And we are taking you there one step at a time. Ciao.